Today we are collecting maple sap in order to make maple syrup. All right, we are not professionals at this. This is actually our first time doing this. Just thought it'd be a fun project, something that we've always wanted to do. So here we are, we're gonna give it a try. We're collecting maple sap and we're gonna boil it down into syrup. Right now we're looking for maple trees. We do have some here. There's not that many big ones on our property, but yeah, we're just looking for some good trees to collect sap from. Whenever you drill these, you want to drill slightly upwards because you want the sap to run down out of your spout. If you're straight or downwards, it's not going to flow right. You want to drill at an upward angle. So I just drilled a hole into the tree here and already have sap running out, so that's a good sign. So the next thing to do is stick one of these spouts in. You use a hammer to drive it in. Unfortunately, we forgot our hammer, so we're going to do something that's not a good idea. Use the back of the drill. What we're using is these little hanger deals and bags. So the way they go on here, this thing goes around the bag. We'll get a couple inches on there, and then we put the hanger deal on. It has these little holders in there, if you can see it. And basically you just slide this in and then it seats down onto those little hangers, and then you put the spout through this hole. So basically it just hangs on a tree just like that. So the ones we're using, you can stick a pin in if you're using a bucket. With the bag thing, it just kind of sits right in here, and so you don't need a pin. Gotta squeeze your hoop. All right, we've got 2 up now, and we're gonna do 3 more. We're just gonna put up 5 total. One thing I do know is you don't want to go too deep into the tree. The sap is actually in more of the outer wood. It's not in the heartwood. You don't want to drill into the heart of the tree. All right, so we ran out of hangers for our bags. So what are we gonna do? Got an idea. They all come with these little pins for if you're using a bucket. I'm gonna put a hole right through the bag right here. And I'll just make it big enough to stretch over my spout. And I'm gonna fold down the back side, fold the front side over. And I'm gonna feel around where that hole is. See, there's a hole. See, there's a hole on the top of the spout right here, and also here. There's 2 of them. I'm gonna try to use this top one, and I'm gonna push this through my bag and use it to help hold the bag on. So I'm gonna fold down the back. I'm gonna bring up the front part. I'm gonna feel around for that hole. I think I got it right there. I'm gonna push my pin through all 4 layers. You know, 1 per side, or 2 per side. There we go. I'm gonna leave it just like that, and we'll see how it does. All right, it's been a couple days since we tapped our trees, and we're gonna check on our maple syrup, or maple sap collection bags and see if we can get started evaporating it down. All right, we are collecting. Looks like we've not getting a whole lot. So we only tapped 5 trees, and out of that, after a couple days, we've got a little over a quart of sap in a pot, and we know that's not going to make much. We're going to probably reduce it down by about half, and then save that, and when we get more, you know, we'll just reduce down by half and add to it, and then we'll boil those down. We'll put them all together and boil them down at a later time. This is just an experiment for us. We've never made maple syrup before. We've always wanted to, been involved in homesteading for years and never actually done it. Talked about it, but never got around to it. So now we're finally trying it. Maple sap, usually you have to reduce it down pretty good. They say on average it takes about 40 gallons of sap to end up coming up with 1 gallon of syrup. All right, it seems to have reduced by about half. So we're gonna stop there, take it in. We started with a quart. Looks like we've got about half of that now. So we'll take this in the house and store it. And when we get more, we'll evaporate it down to about half, and then we'll add to this, then boil down finally into the finished product. If you're new to the channel, what this channel is about is it's outdoors related things. And that includes anything from homesteading, camping, hiking, you know, anything outdoorsy, outdoor related. We love to do little projects like this. We like to cook things. We like to try new things. We're creative sort of people, and so this is the kind of thing that we like to do. On our channel, you might see us do some various projects that are related to camping or just outdoor cooking, hiking, fishing, boating. May even touch on things like prepping or hunting, survival type things, pretty much anything along those lines. We live in a world today where most people don't know how to build their own shelters, grow their own food, do various things that our ancestors just 200 years ago, 150 years ago, took for granted as just everyday life. And today, most people have no idea how to do those things. So we look at some of those things as valuable skills to have, things that are good to know. Maybe most people in modern society don't need them, but anytime some emergency happens or natural disaster or war or whatever, you know, there's always a possibility that some of those kinds of things are needful to know. We would want to share some of those skills and how to do some of that stuff. Some of these things are new for us, but a lot of this stuff is stuff that we just do all the time. And so we just want to share some of these things and help others see how they can do it too. So the point of this channel is to produce videos that do just that, show you how you can do these things too. It's not just filming me doing things or my family doing things, but trying to show how anybody can do these things. In addition to that, some stuff we do just because we like hiking, we like camping, we like outdoor stuff in general, and so we are going to do some of that as well. Not every video is going to be a how-to. Not every video is going to be a teaching video of some kind. Some of this is going to be just purely entertainment, but hoping to share different things that we do to inspire others to get out into nature, see the creation, and be a part of it. All right, it's another day. We're going to check our sap, see how much sap we got. The first time we checked, we had waited 2 days, only got a quart of sap, and now we've waited 4 days. We're going to check them today and see how much sap we get this time. All right, Yeah, we got between 2 and about 2 1/4 quarts, between 2 and 2 1/2. So we'll just say 2 1/4. So from here, we'll take this, we run it through like a strainer, a screen strainer, a tea strainer, and get anything out, any impurities, whatever. And then from there, we'll put it on the little wood stove that we have set up outside, and we're gonna boil it down to about half, and then we'll put it with the other stuff in the refrigerator. So we're using a wood stove to boil this down, and I like the idea of using a wood stove to do that. I don't like the idea of running propane or electric or whatever else, because those things you have to pay for the fuel or the energy to make them work. In my mind, that kind of defeats the purpose of doing this yourself, because you end up paying for the energy to boil it down, so therefore you're probably spending just as much as you would just go buy the syrup at the store. So in our area, this is a very rural area, a lot of people are getting into making maple syrup this year, people that have never done it before. And pretty much anywhere we drive to, we can see buckets or blue bags hanging off of trees in places that we've never seen it before. A lot more people are doing maple syrup this year. And the stores that sell the supplies, typically, they are actually sold out. So that's why we're only tapping 5 trees, because we could only get enough stuff to do 5 trees. This is something we've always wanted to do. And with prices going up like they are, we figured it might be fun to give it a try this year and see. But yeah, it's so far been very hard to get supplies, as everyone's selling out. And the hardware stores that do sell them normally, we ask when they're going to have more supplies in, and of course the answer is they don't know. Got some new shirts in our Teespring store.
We even have shirts for the ladies.
Plus we sell hoodies and mugs as well.
Check out the links in the description below.
All right, it's been a month since we first started this project. Every time we collect sap, we boil it down to about half of, whatever we collected, and then we store that in the refrigerator, and then we boil that down again later. And we started running out of room, so we would boil it down even further than half. Finally, we took everything that was in the refrigerator, put it all together, boiled it down to roughly 1/8 of what we had. I have no idea how many total gallons of sap that we've had since we started this, how much we boiled down in total. We lost track of any of that. That information is, that's gone. So from here, we have a little bit left to finish up. We're gonna boil down a little bit of what's left here in the house, and I would say this stuff is not, I'm not sure that this is gonna quite be maple syrup, but it is very sweet, just what we have. But it's not quite the consistency of syrup, so we're gonna try to boil it down a little bit more, and then we're gonna make some pancakes, and we're gonna have whatever syrup or almost syrup that we have, we're going to put on some pancakes and have a great breakfast. All right, here we go. Do we have maple syrup here or not? I don't know. It's about the color of maple syrup. I have a lot of like stuff in the bottom. I'm not sure what that is. Almost like a sediment kind of thing. It showed up while we were boiling it throughout the boil process. So it's something in the sugar or something. Anyway, not sure how much we started with. It's sweet. It smells really sweet and sugary. It's very liquid. It's not thick like I would expect syrup to be. Of course, this is still at boiling temperature. All right, I've got roughly 12 ounces, and that is, looks like around a half a cup, 12 ounces, something like that. Is this syrup or not? Don't know. It is sweet. We've been testing it. But the pancakes are ready, so we're going to use it like it's syrup. We'll let you know how it goes. The moment we've been waiting for. Is this stuff maple syrup or just really well boiled down sap yet? Have some pancakes here and some other things as well. And we're going to try this. It's been off the stove cooling for a little while. It's still really warm, but it's definitely more liquid than normal maple syrup is. It's not quite as sweet as syrup, and it's definitely runnier, but I think it's very close. So what we have here today is a pile of eggs with turkey sausage, hash browns, a white gravy, pancakes with our own maple syrup, almost maple syrup. Now for the true test. How does it do in coffee? You've never had maple syrup in your coffee before? Try it sometime. We'll see how this stuff does. I'm taking a little bit more than usual. We're all using more of this maple syrup than what we normally would with the professionally made maple syrup that we typically buy. Oh, it's still very nice. It's got that maple flavor. It's sweet. It's just we're using more of it. It's not quite there. What do you think?
It's good. It's not quite as sweet as...
You want some more?
No, because I need room for milk.
Milk. Well, if you like this video, please share it with your friends.
And please like and subscribe.
And if you'd like to receive notifications when we upload another video, hit the notification bell.
Thank you.
See you on the next one. Today we are, anything outdoorsy, outdoor related. I have all these ideas and I get in front of the camera and they go whoop right out my brain. There's so much to say until that camera turns on, and then all of a sudden, woo, the thoughts are gone. Well, if you like this video, please share it with your friends.
What's my life?
Please like and subscribe.
This is supposed to be easy, right?
Yeah.